Hey everyone, welcome to our Pilates core. We're going to get started standing with the warm-up. Come to the back of your mat. Bring your legs just about hip distance apart. Ground down into your feet, find your base. Reach your arms up overhead with a big inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Bend your knees. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhaling out through your mouth. 1 more, you're going to keep your arms up there. Inhale, big inhale, stretch. Exhale, keep your arms there. Spread your fingertips and reach your arms up even higher. And then begin to peel your arms down, bending your knees, dropping your chin into your chest, slowly folding forward, rounding your spine, and then walking yourself slowly forward into high plank. Spreading your fingers wide, hands right under your shoulders, readjust your legs so they're together. You can start modified on your knees down, so you can just find your alignment here. Fingers are wide, you're gripping the fingertips. From the fingertips, you press the shoulders long and broad. Neck is relaxed. Moving down your spine is neutral. Into the abdominals, you begin to suck in, belly button to spine. You're gonna hear that cue a lot today. Sucking in, belly button to spine, pulling the abdominals in and lifting them up. From there, begin to firm up your legs, squeezing your glutes together and pressing the thighs together. Feel like someone is wrapping your hands around your thighs and you're pulling them in strong. You're going to take 5 more deep breaths. Every exhale, engage those abs. Make sure the bum is not up or arched. Find a slight tuck to get into the core. 2 more deep breaths. And inhale those legs down. Bring the knees wide, toes together, sit yourself back into child's pose. Take a moment to get a long stretch through the spine, through the rib cage. Deep breaths. Feel free to release. 2 more. One more big inhale in. Sigh up the air, and then come forward, bringing the hands a little bit more in front of the shoulders, and then with leveled hips, with a straight spine, squeeze your core and stretch out your hip flexors. From here, sink all the way back into those heels again. We're drawing circles now over to the left shoulder, around to the right, and then sitting your hips back. I want you to feel the sensation of your inner thighs, your groin, and your hips release tension, just warming them up, warming up the pelvic region for our abdominal claps. Let's do 2 more. 1 more round, and then once you sink right back, you're going to go forward, straight forward, find those abs, level out the hips, and then sink back. We're going in the opposite direction, over to the right, around to the left, and sink those hips back. Continue up and around, up and around. Take your time. You may feel a little bit popping, that's okay. 2 more. And then you're going to go straight forward again. Find those abs, find those leveled hips. And then sink back. 1 full deep breath in child's pose. Coming up into tabletop, bringing your hands back under the shoulders, or just do a comfortable position for you to warm up your cat-cow. Finish your exhale, round the spine, and begin to tuck the pelvis under. Chin down, pulling those abs in so those hands are pressing you away from the mat. Reversing with an inhale, bending the elbows, finding the pelvic tilt upwards, extension through the spine, lightly chin up. Exhaling to round. And continue. I want you to begin to feel the isolation of the pelvis. So tailbone up. And then tailbone tucks under, pelvis tucks under. Take 2 more cat-cows at your pace with your breath. One more. And find neutral. Now let's realign those hands under the shoulders. You can always come onto fists just to give the wrist a second to breathe. We're going to get into our abdominal midline. Let's bring our left leg in towards our body, into more of a stabilization, and pull up out of the left hip. So we're not sinking down, lift up. Send that right leg long behind you. Become heavy in the right hand, the right fingertips, and reach the left arm straight forward. Without sinking, I want you to grow tall and long out of the mat. Keep reaching that arm long and suck in the belly. Lower the arm down and then lift the arm back up. I want you to begin to feel your abdominals, the obliques, as you just move one motion at a time. Where today's class is going to be really slow and controlled. I want you to feel every single muscle in your core. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Lengthen the right leg back. And now pull up out of the right hand. Squeeze the glute and reach that arm. Suck in the abs even more. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop the leg down. Bring the arm down and then bend the right leg into the midline. Sending the left leg back, growing out of the shoulders. It's just there to stabilize. The left fingertips become heavy as you reach the right arm long. Suck in the abs. Make sure the hips and legs are evenly weighted. Bring that right arm down to tap and lift it back up using the abs. Tap it down and lift it back up. The neck is relaxed, the eyes are down. There's no tension in the body, just strength in the core, especially in the obliques, the right side abdominals. 3 more. We're breathing. 2, 1. You hold it there. Becoming light on that left leg, send a long squeeze and reach in each direction. Suck in the abs, we're holding 8, 7, keep lengthening. For 3, for 2, for 1. Bring the leg down, bring the hand down, bend the knees, tuck the toes, grip the fingertips, suck in those lower abdominals, stay neutral through the spine, and just hover the knees off. Your bum has not arched up, your back is straight. All you're doing is sucking in the abs and pressing your hands away from the mat. Feel that deep connection, belly button to spine. I want you to feel that and remember that for when we lay in our back. We're holding here for 15. Keep sucking in. 5, 4, 3, 2, down dog. Hips up, heels back. Take a moment, stretch it out. Do what you need to do, sway side to side, pedal out your heels, whatever feels good. We're gonna come forward into high plank, level of the hips. You're gonna lower yourself all the way down, option to drop your knees. Arms out by the side, legs slightly out. Getting into our spine extension. Have those legs anchor you, and then suck the belly in. Neck is long, eyes stay down. Slowly begin to lift your chest up by leading with the shoulder blades, pressing back, and then lowering back down. I want you to consider as you lift up, you grow your spine longer forward. And then as you come down, you lengthen it even longer forward. We have one more. Sucking in the belly to protect the low back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. You can keep the hands where they are, or if you're looking for more extension, hands by the rib cage, shoulders roll up and back at that pinch. Legs press, belly in tight, eyes are down, left neck is long. Keep the belly in strong. And now using your hands, shoulders press, your chest opens up, and then you lower back down. We're gonna do 2 more. Inhale to lift you up, shoulders press, shoulders down, chest opens, eye gaze is forward, and lower down. We're gonna do 1 more, and the last time you push yourself back to child's pose. Inhale up. Through tabletop, back to child's pose for a full breath. Swing around onto your bum. Hands can come behind your back. Just butterfly your legs out, releasing the hip flexors, the groin. Our warm-up is complete. We're getting into our abdominals now. Okay, let's bring those legs together. And I want you to be at the very back of your mat so you can roll yourself down in a moment. Hands behind the thighs. If it's more comfortable, you can bring your legs hip width. More advanced is legs together. Shoulders roll up and back. Neutral spine, belly in. Shoulders are going to stay down for our half roll down. Inhale. Exhaling, chin drops to chest. We peel down the spine through the top and middle, and then we begin to suck in the abs. Suck them in. Round into the low back. Get that long stretch through the spine. Suck in the abs and lift yourself back up. Inhale. Exhale, round into your C-curved shape. Second, lift yourself up. We have 2 more. Exhaling, round. Use your hands to get that resistance through the spine. Stretch. Inhale, lift up. The next time we're going to lower all the way down. Option to reach your arms out. Take your time. We're going down for a count of 8. Keep reaching the arms. Long opposition. Find that center line of your body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Full body stretch. Stretch the legs out. Flex the feet. Let your ribs puff out here. Let your back arch. Moving into full roll up. So your arms are going to be above your chest and your shoulder blades are going to be down. Your ribs are going to be in. You have the option to bend your knees and place your feet on the mat. And you also have the option to grab your thighs to help you roll up. So we start with an inhale to look forward and reach the arms. And then we exhale to slowly peel forward, sucking in and rounding into our C-curve shape. Keeping your head down and your spine rounded, tuck your bum under and roll all the way back down. Option to grab your thighs. So if you noticed your legs swung up as you lifted up, then bend your knees and place your feet on the mat. If it was hard for your neck and your body to roll up, then use your thighs for the next 3. We always start with a breath in to look forward. Exhale, round up. Keep sucking in. Keep sucking in, round back. Get that long stretch through the spine. Tuck the bum under and roll all the way down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, roll up slowly.
round and reach. Keep sucking in. Inhale back. Tuck the bum under and roll all the way through each vertebrae down. We have one more. Getting that long stretch of the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, suck in and round. Reach forward. Inhale, roll back. Slowly roll all the way down. So good. Bring those legs into the chest and just take gentle rock side to side. Okay, we're gonna get deep into those abdominals now. We're gonna take it really slow and controlled. Again, I want you to feel every single muscle in your belly. Let's place our hands palm over palm at the back of our neck, so the base of our neck, the base of our head. Elbows are always wide, and your spine is going to be in slight extension here. There's that slight arch of the back. Let's have our feet ground us, so firm up the feet into the mat. Then as you curl up, I want you to get that isolation of the pelvis into an imprint. So now our back is flat into the mat. We lift up 1, we lift up 2, we lift up 3, pause. All right, notice, are you jamming your chin into your chest? Are your eyes up on the ceiling? Bring your eye gaze forward, suck in the belly, and keep the imprint. Now we're gonna roll down 3, keep the imprint 2, and 1. Repeat, lift up for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. Suck in, lower 3, 2, 1. Keep going, up, up, suck in, and we lower 3, 2, 1. Maintaining the imprint, maintaining that belly button to spine connection. Lift up, 2, 3, suck in, lower 3, lower 2, lower 1. We have 2 more. Lift 3, lift 2, lift 1, suck in, lower 3, lower 2, lower 1. Last time. Lift up, up, pause. Is your eye gaze forward through the knees? Is there a fist space between the chin and the chest? Are you imprinting the low back and sucking in? I know there's so much going on, but that's the right way to build abdominal strength. And I want you to take your hand onto your belly, suck it in more. Micro pulsings with exhales. The pulse is coming from closing the abs in. Don't move the legs. 10 to go. Release down. Bring your balls of the feet onto the floor and lift the heels. The legs are slightly turned outwards. What I mean by that is that the knees aren't parallel, they're slightly out. Heels are lifted. Now you're gonna curl yourself up into imprint, eyes forward. Opposite arm is gonna reach towards the opposite leg on the outside. Imprint, and then crunch up halfway. Lower down an inch. Suck into crunch up. Lower down an inch. Keep going. Up and lower. Up and lower. Two more. 1 to center. Stretch that opposite arm towards the opposite leg. Curl up an inch. And then crunch further up and a little bit down. Up and lower. Up and lower. Sucking in and lower. 2 more. And hand behind the head, small pulses in. Exhale. And release. Nice job. You may feel primarily the top of your abdominals right now. Not to worry, we're going to do the entire transverse abs. So what I mean by that is you may feel more of the top. We're going to get into the sides of the obliques and then finish off, of course, with our lower abdominals. We're going to move into the 100, something that we don't usually do. The legs are now back hip distance apart, feet are firmly down parallel. So with our 100, the focus is our breath. So it's quick inhales and quick exhales. So the breathing is in through the nose and out through the mouth. Your body's going to want to move. You're not going to let it. You're just going to be moving your arms. It's strong pumps up and down. We're going to do the modified version for today, since it may be some of your first time. Imprint and curl up into your flexion crunch. You can keep your hands where they are if your neck is sensitive. Otherwise, curl up an inch and reach those arms straight out in front of you. You're still in imprint. The hands are hovering 6 inches off, and I want you to feel the difference of pulsing with forward and pumping down. We begin the breath, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale up. Breathing in. Keep sucking in those abs, strong breath. Last one. Release. I know, pretty crazy. So the full version is your legs are extended in teaser and you're curled up all the way. We'll get there one day. Okay. Whew. Moving on, I want you to bend your right leg into the chest, stretch it up. Just get a nice long stretch through the back of your leg. Give yourself a moment. We're going to move into one leg circles. So now we're going to get deep into those abdominals, the sides, the obliques. Arms can be down by your side or out to the side. Wherever they are, just get your shoulders heavy and find your foundation. The foundation is your supporting leg and hip. Okay, so that is going to help control you. You should already feel the opposite ab oblique working. Now, the toe is over hip, you can bend the knee. We bring that leg, the top leg, in towards the body, so it crosses through center line. We drop it down, around, and back in. It's such a small circle. I want you to use all of your abdominal control to take little tiny circles, bringing the leg into the body, down, and back around. Now that supporting leg is not moving. The foot is firm on the floor. That hip is pulling and anchoring down into the mat. So the leg that's bent, your supporting side, that's the oblique you should be feeling. Keep sucking it in. Small controlled circles. Don't drop your leg. It doesn't have to be wild. You can still feel this. If you're looking for more, if you want more, you're going to reach your arms to a hover and you're going to curl yourself up. That requires a lot of coordination and stability with that supporting side. Nothing is moving, just the top leg. You don't have to be here though. You can still get the same amount of core work by letting your head down. We have 5 to go. Keep anchoring the hip. Both hips are glued down. I I want you to do one more and then pause at the top. If you didn't feel that, I want you to do even more of an imprint and even more of a sucking in, keeping those shoulders down. Going in the opposite direction, we open the leg just in line with the shoulder, and then we cross the leg down through center, in towards the leg. So it opens out to the shoulder, crosses down, and then in towards the supporting leg. So the strength, the control is coming as you cross the leg in towards the body. I want you to suck those abs in to the spine. Natural breathing here. The slower and the more controlled you go, the more you feel this in your abs. Don't move that supporting leg at all. Last two. Last one. Keep the leg where it is. Bend and flex the foot. Hands behind the head, curl up. All right, now we twist. Back to center and twist. And twist. And twist. We have 4, 3. Keep sucking in. 2. And 1. Straight forward, we pulse it up. Exhale. Three, 2, stay there. 1, point the foot, tap it down, and lift it back up. Place your hand on your belly as you tap the foot down. Your abs pull in to lift the leg back up. Three, 2, 1. Curl yourself down, hug your knee into your chest. Bring your leg out to the side, lengthen it down to the floor, and then bend that foot on for your supporting side. Left leg bends into the chest and stretch it up. Get that long stretch through the hamstring. Okay, moving into one leg circles on the other side. So to repeat myself, shoulders are heavy. That right foot, our supporting system, is pressing down. That right hip is anchoring into the mat and your abs are on. Leg can be bent. Now, we bring that leg in towards the body, in towards the right side. We bring that leg down through center, in line with the shoulder, back in. Cross it in, circle it down, and around. Cross it in, circle it down, and around. Micro movements here, so slow and controlled. If you're not sure of what's going on with the stomach, place your hand on your belly so you can feel your oblique. Right now, you should be feeling the oblique on the right side, the side that your leg is bent on the floor, your supporting side. Both hips are pulling down into the mat and anchoring your body, and the abs are pulling in everywhere. Natural breath, slow and controlled. Four to go. Pause that leg back up in center. We're gonna reverse, bringing the leg just out past the shoulder. Suck the leg, bring the leg in as you suck in the core towards you. Open out in line with the shoulder, cross it down and around through center, in. Open, cross it in. Open, cross it in. Still micro circles. You'll feel this deeper in the lower abs and obliques as you cross that leg in through center. Cross it in. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot, flex the knee. Bring the hands behind the head and curl yourself up. Suck in, lift yourself up higher and twist. Center twist. Center twist. And twist. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay in center, pulse it up. Keep sucking in and down. And pause. Point the foot, tap the foot down. Use the abs to lift the leg back up. Tap the foot down and lift it back up. Two more. Bring the leg into the chest. Stretch it all the way up, lengthen it all the way down. Turn the legs out, bend them into the body and find happy baby. Can rock side to side. Bring the legs back and together. Hands come behind the head. Your feet are gonna open up. Your knees are gonna open up and you're gonna lift your feet up. Okay, let's get into the abdominals once again. Find imprint. Keep space between the chin and the chest, suck in those abs. Should feel like this is enough. But we can handle more, so we're gonna keep the legs together. Sorry, keep the feet together, knees wide. We're gonna lower the legs just about 2 inches down. Feel those lower abs, suck them in, and then lift the legs back up. Lower the legs down, and then lift the legs back up. You're gonna feel this in your lower abs and into obliques, basically your entire low belly region. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Don't let the back fully lift up off the mat. So maintaining the imprint, using the abdominal control of pulling the abs in and up. This feels so good. We're gonna keep going. Use the breath. If this is too much on the legs, you can always lower the feet down. Too much on the hips, you can lower the feet down. Try not to think about the hips, let the core take over. We have 5 more. And then pause. Now Now you're going to bring the legs into the body and slightly lift the tailbone off. So pull it in and lower it down. Suck in and lower the tailbone. It's so small. Just a tiny lift of the bump and rolling back down into the sacrum. Really get into those lower abs here. We have 4 more. Return to your feet in the starting position and curl up into flexion. Now we're going to lower the legs just an inch. Suck in, bring them back in. Bring the legs down and pull them back in with those abs. Two more. Lower the head down, find your happy baby position again. Gentle rocks. Would you believe me if I said this was all warm up? And I say that only because I like to warm our belly up before our ab series. Okay. If you want, you can just release your legs down, massaging out your hip flexors. I know we've been putting a lot of pressure on them in flexion. Just massage them out, front and sides of the hips. Okay, let's get deeper into those obliques again. Find imprint, shoulders heavy, and lift the legs up. Now you can stay in tabletop, or you can stretch your legs up. We're moving into corkscrew. Your hands can be down by your side by the hips or out to the side, wherever you can keep those shoulders grounded. Now I want you to feel those hips pressing into the mat. And as soon as you press your hips anchoring into the mat, you should feel your abs, the obliques, pulling in with them. We're going to take a tiny tilt to the right, pause. That's how small it is. Back to center and tiny tilt to the left, pause. Just enough until you can feel that opposite oblique. Maybe place your hand on your belly to feel, okay, that's where it is. Now suck it in there. My hips are not lifting up off the mat at all. I'm just going to my maximum wherever I can feel that deep abdominal muscle on the side. Tiny tilt side to side. We have 4 more. You can always bend the knees. The next one, we're going to corkscrew. So we're going to go to the right, and then both legs glued together are going to go down through center, over to the left. And lift them back up to center, reversing in the other way. Left. Bring them down through center to the right. To feel this deep in the abs, I want you to exhale down through center. Inhale at the top and keep reversing in each direction, sucking in, keeping it small. The slower you go, the more controlled you go, the more muscles you feel. Two more. One more each direction. and bend the knees into the body. Nice job, gentle rocks. To release the hip flexors, you can bring the legs long or bring the legs wide. Immediately rotate them inward. Just to give yourself a moment to breathe. As we have our final core exercises coming up. Okay, let's prepare for our ab series. So we bend the knees into the chest and we wrap both hands around the right shin. Just avoid holding onto the knees, so anywhere comfortable. Hands don't have to be stacked, one on top, one space in between the other. Elbows wide, shoulders down. Left leg stretches out. It doesn't drop, it just stretches. And we pull that bent knee closer into the body. We curl up into flexion. Eyes are forward. You have the option to keep your head down here. And then we're gonna add the breath. Suck in and switch. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Breathe in. Hands can come behind the head. Don't twist the legs, just go bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Maintain imprint, curl up another inch higher. Four more. Bend both knees in, hands around the shins. Lift yourself up another inch. All right, we're still on imprint. Our head is relaxed, neck is relaxed. Now for the next exercise, you can keep your head down or keep your hands behind the head. This is our starting position for our spine. We're not lowering it down. All we're doing is stretching the legs out, squeezing the glutes, sucking in those lower abs, and bending the knees back into the body. Exhale, stretch. Inhale in. Exhale, stretch. Inhale in. So if you're lifting up in flexion, don't lower down, just stay where you are. If there's too much tension on the neck, keep your hands where they are or lower the head down. If you can handle more, you're going to stretch your arms back as you stretch the legs forward. Exhale. Inhale. Eyes are forward. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Squeeze the legs, suck in those lower abs. 5 to go. And we're going to release the head down, turn it side to side. Legs up, bend the knees slightly, hands behind the right thigh. Curl yourself up into flexion. Now this time you're not going to twist. Leg pull slightly in, 2, switch it, 1, 2, switch it, 1, 2, switch it, 1, 2. So the legs are staying straight through center. The leg isn't dropping, it's pulling into the body. In, exhale, exhale. Hands to come behind the head. Keep sucking in. Four more. And release. Nice work. So sensitivity, you can always place your hands in a diamond shape underneath your sacrum, the very, very low end of your mat. Our legs are gonna be up. So your hands are there if your low back's just had enough. You need a little bit more support. If you can handle a little bit more, your hands are gonna be behind your head. Your legs are as straight as they can. You can always bend the knees, but I want them to be toes over hips or knees over hips. Curling up into flexion, inhale. Exhale, lower the legs a third. Squeeze the glutes. Now using those lower abs, lift the legs back up. Exhale, lower and suck in. Squeeze the glutes and lift the legs back up. Don't move into a full extension of the spine. Keep imprint. Four more. Lower abs. Happy baby. Nice job, everyone. There we go. Okay. So bend the knees into the chest and flex the feet. Crisscross. So hands behind the thighs. Tabletop, and now get a strong grip on the thighs so you can curl yourself up. You're curled up enough that your shoulder blades are off and those lower abs, well, they're sucking in. Those legs can stay there or you can stretch them into extension. I want you to flex your feet, hands behind the head, and twist. Stay there. Pulse it there. 8, 7, 6. Bend the legs back to center. Did you drop down? Curl up an inch. Off those shoulder blades, suck in. Hands behind the head and twist. And pulse it there. Back to center, hands behind the thighs, curl up an inch. This time we're just going to twist side to side. I want you to feel the difference of off the shoulders and all the way down. Hips are even. We're not swaying our weights. Suck in, let's go. Final count. Four, 3, 2, 1. Release forward and back. Rock and roll. And then pause at the top, hands behind the thighs. Slightly rounded in the low back. Take those lower abs, suck them in. Keep sucking in. I want you to feel that deep connection in the lower abdominals. And if you can, let go. We're holding. Can you sink back a little bit deeper and suck in a little more? Holding 10. Soles of the feet together, fold. Nice work. That's 50 minutes of abdominal work. Well done. Maybe push one thigh at a time. other side. We have one more exercise to do together. Definitely feel my abs. Okay, let's close our legs. Hands are still behind our back, and just let your knees tip side to side, releasing the thighs, the hip flexors. Okay, and we always end with teasers. So there are 3 types of teasers: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. We're going to start with the beginner. I'm going to show you all 3. Listen to your body and do what works for you today. So to make it advanced, your heels stay close to the bum. Beginner, the legs are a little bit further out in front. And the word beginner, it doesn't mean easy, it's just a lighter way of doing this work. Feet are on the floor, on the mat, and the legs and the thighs are glued together. You're gonna roll down that center line of your body, and the arms are gonna stop above the chest. You're gonna inhale, lift, your legs stay glued together, you grab your thighs and you suck in to lift yourself an inch up higher, feet stay on the floor and you roll back down. So everything is drawing in towards the middle of the body. Your abs are pulling in and strengthening inwards. Now, if you wanna make this harder for yourself, you're gonna lift your legs up to tabletop. And you're not gonna grab your thighs, you're gonna roll up as much as you can up to sit, and then you're gonna roll straight down that center line. Nothing is forced here, do what you can. If you're looking for the most advanced, you're gonna stretch your legs long diagonal, you're gonna roll yourself up. Without grabbing anything, you're gonna roll yourself down. So choose what works best for you today. Your belly's gonna wanna push out, so keep pulling it in. As soon as you lift up, pull it in. And lower down. 4 more. Last one. And wherever you are, meet yourself on, let's all meet on our back, crossing our right leg over the left, grabbing onto our shins. Just finishing with a light hip stretch. I hope you enjoyed today's hour-long of Pilates core work. Slow and controlled, building strength in the abdominals. There wasn't a lot of power, not a lot of speed, but there was definitely strength. Cross legs when you're ready. So I ask you to kindly take anything you learned today into other areas of fitness and exercises that you do on your own time. If you have any questions of anything I spoke about, just send me a message. I'm so happy to share anything with you, any further explanations. I'm going to move into thread the needle now. And I'd love to just have your feedback. Love to know how you are all enjoying the Pilates and if you're ready for more. I've kept it pretty level 1 just because I don't know where you're all at, but I don't want to throw crazy stuff at you. But if you're looking for more and you feel like you can take it to the next level, I'd love to incorporate some more advanced movements. So just let me know. I need to know when you're ready for it. Switching legs into thread the needle. If you have just any other questions, just shoot me a message. So our next time together will be on Friday for our legs, our glute sculpting, with a little bit of core work. And yeah. Or I mean, who knows, maybe I'll jump on and do like a yoga class one day. But thank you all so much. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Go for a walk, get some air, and I will see you all another time.